If you don't expect anything, you can't be disappointed. It's natural to expect. These are common phrases that represent two opposing attitudes towards expectations. Either expectations are bad and you should avoid them at all costs, or they are fundamental and necessary in our lives. But which is true? In fact, expectations are neither good nor bad, because they're simply part of life. So while you should enjoy the pleasant moments that some expectations bring, it's vital to get rid of expectations that trigger a negative feeling in you. But let's be honest. No one is free of expectations. We all have expectations, for example, of our friends or our team, just as other people have expectations of us. You could say that we are all playing along in a game of expectation ping pong. The question is now, how can we leave that game and detach ourselves from negative expectations? The solution is quite simple. Stop playing along. Because ping pong is a game for two players. It simply doesn't work alone. Let me give you an example to illustrate. Imagine you want your whole family to come over for tea at 4 p.m. on Christmas Eve. But suddenly your brother texts you that he'll be a few hours late because he got the time wrong again. This annoys you and you think, once again, he doesn't keep his appointments. He ruins everything. So why does he even come over at all? Why do I have to put up with this? To get out of the expectation ping pong in this situation, you only need 4 steps. First, take a big imaginary step to the side. Once you're no longer in the vortex of your negative thoughts, you will notice how suddenly everything around you becomes much calmer and you can breathe more freely. Second, take a neutral look from the outside at the situation that bothers you. In this case, your brother being late again. Third, you can tell yourself that you have the freedom to react. This means that you don't have to feel bad about the situation. Instead, take a moment to ask yourself the following questions. Have I communicated my expectations to my brother? How does it help me to be upset? Will it change the situation? How can I make the best out of it? How do I communicate my feelings or reactions to my brother? In the fourth and final step, you can take it in stride that your brother is late and say to yourself, all right, then he'll be late. I don't have to let that spoil my good Christmas mood. I leave him a piece of cake for later and hope he arrives at my house in good health. And that's what you can tell him then, instead of getting angry. I hope this strategy helps you break free from your expectations and dependencies in the future. Additionally, I recommend checking out my black box method, which you can use to manage your expectations successfully. I wish you much success in implementing what you've learned.